Good afternoon, Josefina. Thank you for being willing to be interviewed about your experience as a social worker and specifically what you do in our program. So I'd like to start by asking you, why did you choose to become a social worker?
Well, I was really fortunate that since I was 9 years old, I heard the word social worker in my hometown in Mexico. And I really said, I want to be that when I grow up. And as I immigrated to the States, and when I was 14 years old, I thought that I could no longer be a social worker because the States did not need a social worker. Little did I know that that's a career that has been such an amazing career that I had chosen. And I really like to provide services to the community. Social work has equipped me to work with parents, work with children, work with teenagers, work with families, and now as a professor teaching classes and also as a supervisor to supervise interns. So therefore, like social work is the job for me. It has been the job for me.
Yes. So you currently work full-time with the Ontario Montclair Unified School District. And can you tell us why you're so passionate about training social work interns?
When the interns begin their internship, they come like scared, excited, and they want to like really make changes in the community, in the world perhaps. So I see them coming in like not really knowing what is really that they're gonna get trained on, and they leave like with a lot of knowledge to be able to provide services to the community, and they also learn so much about themselves. So to see the transformation of students coming in kind of scared and to see them leaving equipped and with a lot of knowledge, and to see their excitement as they provide services to children in the community is just so rewarding.
And over the years, I have heard so many students talk about what a fantastic field supervisor you are. So
Thank you.
thank you for all the work you do with our students.
Thank you.
So you are the creator and the master teacher of our Spanish clinical practice class for the MSW students. You've also presented at many national conferences, and you're a renowned expert on training social workers to work within the Latino community. Can you tell us about this class and why it's so important?
Oh my goodness, thank you. The class has been created. I was given the opportunity to create this class, and it was after seeing the need that clinicians, social workers are being given clients who are Spanish speaking, and even though they know how to speak Spanish, they don't have no idea about clinical language, or they frequently will say, how do you say this? And therefore, like sometimes it prevents them from engaging with clients because they're really thinking about how to translate stuff. And that sometimes kind of like inhibits their ability to provide a good job. So therefore, by giving them the tools and really helping them to regain their heritage about who they are as Spanish-speaking providers, it really excites them and it really gets them to feel more comfortable in speaking the language. So they're giving tools of a vocabulary, but also a lot about culture. It connects them with their families, grandparents, or with a desire of wanting to know more about the roots. And by doing that, they get to write about it. They get reconnected with grandparents, with family they have not seen. And by doing that, they're really excited about feeling proud of speaking Spanish. And now they have more tools. Within the class, we also touch on a lot about culture and also about how to work with different countries who are Spanish speaking. So therefore, my job has been to accumulate, to work on documents and to work on ways of how to simplify the Spanish language as well as how to augment it and be able to be professional about it. So I find it not only enriching students or clinicians to speak better Spanish, but also to be more ethical in working with clients in regards to really being able to talk to them in their language, whether it's simple or more augmented.
Mm-hmm. I know that some of our students are concerned that although they are bilingual, they're concerned before they take the class about the writing skills because everything is in Spanish. And so they're used to speaking Spanish with their families, but some of them are nervous whether or not they'll be able to write well enough. How do you address that with students? How important is it? How fluent do you need to be to take
They
your
need
class?
to be able to communicate. They don't have to be really professional about it, but that's what I was kind of referring to. The once they start like loosening up and really talking about their families, we don't start with, it's not like a class, a very academic class at the beginning that we start right away into like high academic language, but it's like, let's kind of feel comfortable. It's almost like engaging with the client. Let's build trust first and like feeling safe. And it's okay, you don't have to be judged. You're not gonna be like expected to perform. And some magic happens. It's like, once they begin to practice, then they go back home and speak it with whoever they can speak it. They speak it among themselves. So we have a lot of practice in class, and we have a lot of assignments and exercises where they read a book, they write about other topics that are kind of comfortable for them. At the end of the class, they present a case that I'm always so impressed of kind of wanting to do the before and after, but there's no time to present a case without them being equipped. But at the end, they present a case in Spanish, and it always sounds so fabulous. It's like, I'm so impressed, and they're impressed too about it, about how articulate they become.
Well, I have heard nothing but great things about that class from our students. In fact, I heard some students in my class the other day talking about all the great snacks that you bring from the different countries that you are talking about. So they like that too.
Right, so it's I create the environment, and thank you for reminding me about that, but I create the environment with music. So they walk into class, there's music in Spanish. Previously, I asked them what music do they like to hear. So I kind of, vary with different songs and just different type of music. I do provide café con pan, which is kind of like inviting. You're at home, so that's where I kind of feel like the ambience is creative with, I make the coffee with cinnamon and the smell, so we touch on the different senses, like, they're comfortable, they hear the music, they have their cafecito with pan, and it feels like they're at home, but they're learning, and they're like conversing amongst each other.
Right. So, just finally, you are still so passionate and excited about being a social worker. You've been in the field for many years. How do you keep that excitement?
Well, once again, my job has been so rewarding. Like was telling some of my students, ever since I got my master's, I have never ever have to be like looking for a job. I have been approached, and the market is so amazing. I mean, for especially Spanish speaking or bilingual social workers, so it's really rewarding to feel like I can still make a decent living, and I love my job. It's like there's not a day that I feel like, oh my goodness, I have to go to work. Of course, I need rest at times, but it's like I'm excited about my job. I look at the clock to see that I may be behind, but not because it's like, when is the day gonna be over? So just to see the changes in people, being able to make a difference, and doing it with passion. Like, I feel like it's a blessing to just really be able to do this job and to be able to see the changes in people and in students too.
Yeah, well, thank you for all you do for our program. You've been involved pretty much since the beginning, and you've supervised so many of our students over the years, and then you've taught so many of them in the Spanish class, so you add so much to our MSW program, and we are very, very happy that you are part of our team. So thank you.
Thank you so much.